Which game should I play to get into the holiday spirit? Oh, I know, Mr. Bones. Now let's just open this and... Oh. Well, this works too. Hey everyone, it's Game Tim, and today I'm revisiting another snack and status healing item from the Pokemon series. The last time I dug into the regional delicacies of what is one of my favorite RPGs, I chose to recreate the localized version of the Lava Ridge Rice Cracker, the Lava Cookie. Today I'll be doing something a little different and looking at the original Japanese version of the item known as Diamond and Pearl's Old Gâteau. Don't get me wrong, I love the localized iteration of this item a lot, especially its name. It's a gâteau, or French cake, found in the haunted Old Chateau area. It's a snack built around wordplay, but I'll admit the shape and color always threw me off a little bit. I only found out pretty recently that it's because this ghastly goodie was intended to be a yokan. Not so coincidentally, the Japanese name for this snack, which translates to Forest Yokan, is also a play on words. It and the name for its location, Forest Manor, are homophones. Both are said Mori no Yokan. By the way, apologies in advance for any butchered pronunciation. This Japanese sweet is a thick jelly dessert made of agar, sugar, and usually but not always red bean paste. It's typically prepared to be in a block or brick shape and eaten in slices. I wanted my Forest Yokan to reflect two aspects of its fictional counterpart. It had to be purple, and due to its association with ghost-type Pokemon, I wanted it to be an appropriate fall treat. So instead of a red bean jelly, I'll be making a purple sweet potato yokan. Much like my prior adventures into video game cooking, I'll be chatting about the similarities between its region of origin, Sinnoh, and its real-life counterpart, the Japanese island of Hokkaido. If you want to follow along at home, you'll need water, milk, sugar, salt, agar, and purple sweet potatoes. I'm using Ratalu purple yams, known for their inclusion in sweet potato desserts. Expecting something delicious out of jellied potatoes might seem a little odd, or at least oddish, but you'd be surprised. The sugar should really help to bring out some great qualities in the yam and really seal the deal. Once you make sure the agar is set with a slow poke, it's ready. So none of this is really far-fetched at all. Now that I've convinced you to give it a chance, see me recreate Generation 4's Forest Yokan. Let's start by peeling the sweet potatoes. So this first one might seem a little obvious after my introduction. Sinnoh geography is largely based on the northernmost Japanese island of Hokkaido, but rotated a little bit. Possibly less obvious is that the surrounding islands aren't just fictional fixtures. The Pokemon League actually rests on a squished-in version of Kunashir Island, the southernmost of the Kuril Islands, an archipelago whose national claim has been disputed between Japan and Russia since World War II. The battle frontier can also be found on formerly disputed soil, as its location is identical to Sakhalin, a Russian island to Hokkaido's northwest. Then we should place our peeled potatoes in a water bath for about a half an hour before boiling until soft. This will help wash off some of the starch. It's hard to talk about a Pokemon game without bringing up the Safari Zone, and the 4th generation had one of the most unique versions of this fan-favorite area. The Great Marsh, home to my favorite water-type creature, is based off of the Kushiro Shitsugin National Park. Kushiro Shitsugin is limited access, so maybe not the perfect analog for a trainer attraction, but a really neat inspiration nonetheless. In a separate pan, let's mix the water and agar over medium heat until all of the powder is dissolved. We'll bring this to a boil and then add in the sugar, salt, and milk, stirring until the sugar is completely incorporated. Something about the Sunyshore City Lighthouse always seemed pretty cool as a kid. It might have been the view of the Pokemon League, or just parallels to my own experiences living on a shoreline. But even cooler is that mainland Sinnoh's easternmost point, Vista Lighthouse, is a real place. The Cape Nosapu Lighthouse, the oldest in Hokkaido, is notable for its view and being as far east as you can possibly get on the island. Next, we'll drain the yams and, using a food processor, blend them into a puree. Don't forget to check your appliances for Rotom first. Speaking of Rotom, the electronics possessing Pokemon seemed pretty strange to me at first. The old Chateau ghosts can actually be traced back to Tsukugogami, tools that have acquired a spirit according to Japanese folklore. A new collection of monsters, a 19th century woodblock print containing Tsukugogami, is almost like a proto-Pokemon in this respect. While stirring, we're going to add the agar mixture to our pureed potato and mix well. Not all of these comparisons have to dig into geography or Eastern folklore. One of my favorite parallels is one of the simplest. Both Hokuraiu and Floroma Town are well known for their flora. Massive fields make sure that the flowers easily outnumber people in both of these towns. Now let's pour the mixture into a rectangular container. I'm using a mini loaf pan here, and flatten the top surface to get a uniform shape. Finally, we need to chill the yokon in a refrigerator for a few hours for the agar to set. When the treat is firm, give it a few shakes to remove it from the pan, and we have a spooky dessert out of Eternia Forest itself. So how did it turn out? Okay, cards on the table, I've never had proper yokon, so my judgment here is based on what I've read and recipes I've gathered for this video. With that said, I think we got fairly close with this rendition of the in-game item. The sweet potato taste is present, but not overwhelming due to the sugar sweetness. I would even go as far as saying I would try brown sugar next time. It might not be a traditional ingredient, but could complement the sweet potato even better. I got a few larger potato fibers in my slice, so I definitely should have used a softer potato with a food processor capable of a finer chop. I think I'm most impressed with the rich purple color though. I thought I would have lost a lot of the deep coloration to the soaking and boiling water, but it turned out really close to the forest yokon. I hope you enjoyed this attempt at this cool status healing item from Pokemon. I haven't abandoned cooking with Cooking Mama, I just wanted to change things up a little. Some attentive viewers might have noticed a weird gap in my upload schedule. My personal and professional lives have been kind of busy lately, so my time has been a little scarce. I love making videos though, so keep an eye out even if I miss a week. If you like this and you want to see more, please subscribe and comment your thoughts on my recipe. It can always be expanded on and improved, so I'd love to hear what you have to say. See ya!